Hello everyone. So the topic for the today's discussion is the parameters of the two-port network. As of the parameters of two-port networks is about the various parameters that we have took for the discussion is your Z parameter, which is also called as your impedance parameter, and your Y parameter, also called as your admittance parameter, and H parameter, which is called as your hybrid parameter, and next one is called as your transmission parameter, and as well as your inverse transmission parameter. So these are the few parameters that we have took for the discussion as of today. So in the first slot, let me discuss about two parameters. One is called as your impedance parameter and next one is called as your admittance parameter. So when we go into the concept of the impedance, okay, when we go into the concept of your impedance, what is called as a impedance? Okay, we need to know what is called as your impedance, and next one is what is called as your admittance. As of impedance is about the impedance is Z that is equal to your V by I. The impedance is Z that is equal to V by I. And the next one is called as your admittance. Next one is called as your admittance. Okay. As of admittance is about, okay, the admittance is mentioned by the letter called as your Y, which is your 1 by Z, which is equal to 1 divided by your V by I. So your Y that is equal to your I by V. And after knowing this concept, as of your circuit theory, that too in the network theorems, we have to learn few things. One is called as your when your output circuit to find your Norton's theorem, to find the Norton's theorem on the network theorems. Okay, on the network theorems, that too in the Norton's theorem. Okay, in the Norton's theorem, the output terminal is short circuited, and as of your Thevenin's theorem is about, okay, the output is open circuited, and apart from that, what is the equivalent for an voltage and current source should be known. What is the equivalent for an voltage and current source to be known? For example, if the output current is equal to zero, if the output current is mentioned as to be zero, then we are supposed to take the output should be made as open circuited. The output should be made as your open circuited. The output to be made as your open circuited. But whereas if your output voltage is made as zero, if the output voltage is equal to zero, then your output circuit can be short circuited. The output circuit can be short circuited. The output can be short circuited. That is the equivalent for an voltage source is a short circuit, and the equivalent for an current source is your open circuit. That is by using your superposition theorem. The next theorem that we want to take into account is called as your superposition theorem. And we know that in superposition theorem, okay, whenever a circuit is energized by more than one source, we have to find the algebraic sum of the responses caused by the sources which are acting individually. So consider if we are having three sources, means say one is a voltage source and another two are current source. When we considering the first one as an voltage source, then the other two current sources is to be open circuited. But whereas when we are considering the current sources, the voltage sources is to be short circuited. So the output is your current, means when the output current is equal to zero, the output circuit is to be open circuited. But whereas when the output voltage is equal to zero, your output should be short circuited. So these are the points that we have to keep in our mind, okay, before going to this two-port network. And these three are called as your network theorem concepts, okay, which is needed to make these points correctly. Okay, in superposition theorem, what we do is voltage considered. Okay, voltage considered means current will be, okay, current is open circuited. Current is considered means the voltage is short circuited. So these are some fundamental things. And next, let me start with our Z parameter. Let me start with the Z parameter. As we know that Z that is equal to V by I. Z that is equal to V by I. With the help of I, we are going to find the value of your V. With the help of I, we are going to find the value of your I. So we can write as V that is equal to your Z into I. V that is equal to your Z into I. So you will be having two voltages. One voltage is on the input side and the another voltage is on the output side. So there will be two currents. One is on the input side and another one is called as in your output side. So your V1, V2 and it's your I1, I2. Okay. So we can write it as this is called as your Z11 and this is called as your Z12, Z21 and this is called as your Z22. In the middle you will be having plus and plus. In the middle you will be having plus and plus. Now we want to find the values of your Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. The first step is let me find the value of your let me find your Z11 and as well as your Z21. The first values Z11 and Z21. You put the value of your I2 is equal to 0. You put the value of your I2 is equal to 0. Put your I2 is equal to 0. Whenever we are our output current, output current or input current is equal to 0, the output circuit is to be open circuit, right? So for example, a two-port network, a complete two-port network will be looking like this. A complete two-port network will be looking like this. So which will be having an voltage source V1 and the output side you will be having voltage source that is your V2. Okay, the current on the input side is your I1 and the current on the output side is called as your I2. But whereas this is your voltage V1 and this is your voltage V2, plus and minus and plus and minus. But whereas here to find your Z11 and as well as your Z12, we are going to put your I2 is equal to 0. When your current I2 is 0 means the output circuit is to be open circuited. Now we can write it as, now the circuit could be redrawn as a two-port network, in which plus and minus and your output side it is open circuited. So the current is called as your I1 and this is called as your V1 and here it is your I1 and here the I2 is equal to your 0. I2 is equal to 0. Impregnate this I2 is equal to 0 in this equation. So your V1 and V2 which is equal to your Z11 I1 and this is called as your Z21 I1. Z21 into your I1. From this we can find the value of your we can find the value of your Z11 is equal to V1 by your I1 and your Z21 is equal to V2 by your I1. V2 divided by your I1. Now this Z11 is called as, so we need to name this, right? So this Z11 is called as your V by I, right? V by I means that is called as your impedance. Okay. So this impedance is called as your input impedance. This is called as your input impedance when the output current is 0. And this Z21, Z21 is called as your transfer impedance. Okay, that too called as your forward transfer impedance. Okay, when the output current is 0. When the output current is 0. So these are the two parameters which you have founded by you putting your I2 is equal to 0. By putting your I2 is equal to 0. And what is the next step that we want to do is we have to find the value of your Z12 and as well as your Z22. Z12 and as well as your Z22. Okay. So how to find your Z12 and as well as your Z22 is to find your Z12 and Z22, you put the value of your I1 is equal to 0. I1 is equal to 0 means now this two-port network can be redrawn as your output side you will be having the voltage V2, but on the input side it will be open circuited. That means no voltage will be there on the input, but whereas a current which is called as your I1 is equal to 0 could be redrawn. So now we can do it as this could be done as, so to find to find your Z12 and as well as your Z22. Okay, Z12 and as well as your Z22, we can put the I1 is equal to 0. We can put the I1 is equal to 0. when we put I1 is equal to 0, what we can do is, okay, what we can do is when we put I1 is equal to 0, now the circuit could be redrawn as, this is called as your two port network, and this is called as your two port network. Your I1 is 0, right? So on your input side your I1 is made as 0, so your I1 is equal to 0, and this is your open circuit, and on the output side you will be having your V2, which is your plus and minus, and this is here, and the current is called as your I2, and the current is called as your I2. Now when we apply the value of your I1 is equal to 0 in the first equation, okay, in the first equation, what we could do is, when your I1 is equal to 0, your V1 is equal to Z12 I2, and your V2 is equal to your Z22 into your I2. Now the equation could be written as, now the equation could be written as your Z, okay, 12 into your I2, which is equal to your V1, and your V2 that is equal to your Z22 into your I2, Z22 into your I2. Now this could be written as your Z12 that is equal to your V1 by your I2, and your Z22 which is equal to your V2 by your I2, V2 by your I2. Now this can be written as, this could be written as, see, this V2 by I2 is there, right? This is called as the output impedance. This is called as the output impedance. You write it. This is called as your output impedance. This is called as the output impedance when the input current is 0. Input current is 0. And this is called as your, this one is called as your reverse transfer impedance when the input side is open circuited. Either it can be written as your input current is 0 or the input side is open circuited. Okay, now as of this Z parameters about, as of this Z parameters about, we need to know one thing, that we all know that what is called as a Thevenin's equivalent is. What's a Thevenin's equivalent is? A Thevenin's equivalent is the one, okay, a Thevenin's equivalent is the one which will be having an voltage source in series with a resistance. A voltage source in series with a resistance. So for example, here you will be having an voltage source. This is called as your VThevenin, and with which, okay, a resistance which is called as your RThevenin or Zthevenin will be in series. Okay, this is called as your Thevenin's equivalent. Okay, Thevenin's equivalent means it is not closed. Okay, it is open. A Thevenin's equivalent circuit is the one in which you will be having the closing side to be your RL, your load resistance or load impedance will be there. Okay, so here what I am stating is the overall model, the final model, Z parameter model is given as, the Z parameter model is given as, so for example, on both the sides, on both the input and as well as your output side, you will be having two Thevenin's equivalent, two Thevenin's equivalent. So your positive and negative, so this is here, and here also you will be having voltage source. This is called as your impedance, and this value is called as your, this value, the current flowing on the input side is your I1, and the current flowing on the output side is called as your I2. Okay, so now the value, okay, this value is called as your Z11, this value is called as your Z22, this value is called as your Z22, and here this is also your plus and minus, this is also your plus and minus, this value is called as your Z12, and this value is called as your Z21, Z12 and as well as your Z22. Now see, this Z21 is due to the current I1, so you write your I1 here, and this Z12 is the current because of your I2, so your Z12 into your I2. Okay, because impedance into the current will give you the voltage, impedance into current will give you the voltage, and here it is impedance alone, right? So impedance on which the current I1 is flowing, because a voltage could be formed whenever the impedance and as well as the current is multiplied, this is called as an voltage. This voltage is called as your V12 and this voltage is called as your V21. Okay, V12 and as well as your V21 is the voltage. Thus, we are concluding the Z parameter model, okay, with the help of a two-point network. What we are going to do is, so as of the basic definition is about, okay, we know that Z that is equal to V by I. So from I we are going to find the V. So your output is your V, but whereas your input is called as your I. So your two equations, the two guiding equations are V1 and V2. Okay, and to find your Z11 and Z21, you put your I2 is equal to 0, and the next step to find your Z12 and as well as your Z22, put your I1 is equal to 0 and we can find the values. And precursively we have discussed about a few things such as your impedance, admittance, and Norton's theorem what it states, Thevenin's theorem what it states. So as of this circuit is about, okay, as of your Z parameter circuit, the Z parameter model, okay, Z parameter model is two Thevenin's equivalent circuit, one for input side and next one is for the output side. And with this idea, in the next session we may solve with the Y parameter, admittance parameter.